Well, the 363, the V60, was a success. What about its partner, the Schienenbus from Horst? Come back to the titles and find out how we did. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, Train Outsider, the Märklin Outsider, back with part 2 of my look into converting these analog Märklin vehicles to digital. In the first video, I introduced both vehicles and showed you my working on the Class 363, also known as a V60. And in this video, we're going to look at this Schienenbus, which was given to me by a gentleman named Horst in Bamberg, Germany. It's been sitting around for a while waiting for me to convert it, so I finally did it. Now, I did not go into the detail with this one as I did with the other one, partly because I forgot to turn the camera on, but also it really was the same process. The wires in here were a little different, but they all basically do the same thing. So this will be a shorter video. So let me show you what I did with this and whether it was a success or not. Okay, so the Schienenbus was basically the same, although it had all white wiring. I have temporarily wired everything up. I've got the blue and the green, but it's not set in because I may have to reverse them, and I've got the gray and the yellow to the lights. I've got the ground where I think it should be, and everything is connected. So what we're going to do is turn on and see if it reads the decoder right away. But otherwise it was identically the same bits. You had the wire here coming from the shoe, the pickup, and that connects the red wire off the decoder. The brown wire is your ground. That connects to the just off the motor here. The black wire coming off the top goes to this little device here. The blue and the green go to the wires coming off the motor that were soldered onto the relay, but now they're connected to that instead. And as mentioned, the yellow and the gray are to the lights. So we're going to come over to the central station. And if I take it out of stop mode, we'll see if it automatically reads or not. Okay, so first time through, once again, it didn't work, and it really seems to be about placement of the ground. The diagram just tells you run the ground to the axles, but nobody does that. And there's usually a plate on the motor down in here that you attach the ground to, and the diagrams will show that. And so I attached this plate, but it seems to conflict this wire. So I attached it here, and it seemed to conflict with this, but I finally attached it over here, and well, lo and behold, sorry, missed it again, but there it is, that MLD FSM, that is the new item. So what I'm gonna do is scroll up here. Hang on a second. And I'm going to click Edit, Edit Locos, and I go into this one, and it gave it address 54. I really wish there was a way I could block that light. I don't know if that can make it worse or push it back will help. Looks like the light's going to follow it. Now, again, it's the same things here. We have this here, and what I'm just going to do is I'll type in the item number. This is Märklin 3016, and usually if you type it in 316, yep, there's nothing there. There's no file for it. So let me delete that, and I'm going to search for a file. So be right back. All right, I found an image in the data bank. Now I can go in and add my own later, but for now that'll get me going. Now the preset speed is always set as level 126. I'm just going to change that speed here to 120. I don't know how fast these went, but for now, it just gives me something to work on, and I'll convert it to kilometers an hour instead of saying level. And then the name of this will be, and what I'll do up here is, sorry for the shaky cam, guys, but holding this with one hand, and there's just no way to mount a tripod and do this way. What we're going to call this is the 3016 bus. Just its model number for now. I might go back and change the name later. Okay, so now we have to do two things. First of all, I'm going to come out of this for now and exit out of editing. And I'm going to move this over here where I can control. First thing is I'm going to check the lights. And we have a light on. Now, if when I start this, okay. Okay, so it did move. So all I need to do is switch the light wires. The motor wires are wired correctly, so I can set those down. And obviously there's a little bit more work I'm going to have to do. You saw how rough that was running, but I think there's both an issue with the pickup shoe. But so really, I think I just need to change. I think I did guess correctly on the motor wires. I just need to change the light wires so that when it's going that way, that light comes on. So I will do that and come back. All right, so as you can see, it lights up both ends. And the light is in direction of travel. You hear it rough in there. It's actually missing a traction tire. Now, I don't know if that explains why it's running rough. Clean the gears a bit. I mean, obviously some of that could just be the old ski running rough over this, but because definitely a little better coming this way than the other way. So anyhow, before I run it in, I'm going to try to find a traction tire and see if that helps it run a little smoother. So here it is. The little Schienenbus is running. we're going to fire it up and see how it goes. I've cleaned the gears. A little bit of oil in all the right places, inside and outside. A little bit of gear lube. Two new additions to the fleet. All right, so there you have it. I got the Schienenbus going, both lights working. As with the V60, the Class 363, there was an issue regarding the placement of the ground, because where I placed the ground and all the other conversions I've done wasn't working. And as soon as I put the ground somewhere else, it worked. So it's clearly a ground wire-ish in location. I'm just going to have to remember not to attach it if I see that other bit attached. So anyhow, very happy with this, and these should be running on my Friday live stream, or if this comes out after Friday, you will have seen it. But very happy to have this. This is a very happy moment to have this able to run on my layout. I got it in June of 2023, and now we're at the end of 2024. So to finally have this going as a tribute to Horst, as well as all my tributes to Herb. So with that, I will say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody.